Hey everybody, this is David Rovics with another episode of Fifth Estate Live. We're just starting a few minutes late because of a little time zone confusion issues, but it's all good, and we're not on TV, so there's no dead air to contend with. So I did not do any broadcasts last week, as people out there, somebody may have noticed. At least one person did, and that was because I was a smoke refugee for the week with my family in Astoria. We left Portland because the air quality here was over 500 AQI. And I wrote an essay and a podcast and such about the experience, if anybody's interested in what happened to me last week. But I'm back to broadcasting this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, doing interviews. And then this weekend as the Anarchist Book Fair in New York City, for one thing, which is a virtual event, the 14th annual New York City Anarchist Book Fair, which everybody around the world can now participate in without leaving their homes if they wish. And the website is anarchistbookfair.net. And I'll also be performing at it on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And there's a whole lot of other stuff going on there at the book fair this weekend. And that's what we will be talking about with one of the organizers momentarily. And we are broadcasting on various platforms, including the Facebook pages of Popular Resistance and Cebu Community Radio. And speaking of Popular Resistance, in case you were not able to attend the memorial for one of the co-founders of Popular Resistance, Kevin Zeese, who died suddenly earlier this month. The memorial happened online, and you can see it also on Popular Resistance's Facebook page and other places. And then all these interviews also get turned into podcasts, and you can find them in podcast form at fifthestate.org. And you can also find them if you look for This Week with David Rovics on any podcasting platform, or go to davidrovics.com. Okay, introduction over, and now we're going to New York City. Hey, you. We have an Anarcho Art Lab. We're not Hey You today. We're great to see you. Great to have you on the show. And there's the book fair looks amazing. You've been doing a lot of work, and there's so much going on. And I don't know if David Graeber was going to be a participant, but unfortunately he's clearly not going to be a participant. But yeah, and so you're in it can. But before we start talking about the book fair, what's it like to be in an anarchist jurisdiction? I've always wanted to live in an anarchist. Now you and I are both in anarchist jurisdictions, but it doesn't feel like that somehow. It feels like a police state still.
Thank you so much, David, for the invitation for this program. How is the sound? Is okay?
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, absolutely,
cool. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for this invitation. I really love your program, and I love every time I enjoy, and it's a good moment that I have, and I think it's so necessary. It's a kind of memory that we have for what we're doing, for our thoughts. I think it's amazing the work you guys doing. And I'm really happy now that we are having work more than 24 hours a day to organize the Anarchist Book Fair. I mean, we have also a film festival, we have art lab, and then we also have poetry this year for the first time in the book fair. I mean, the group that organized the book fair is a bunch of anarcho feminists, artists, and queers. I mean, that the first time that the New York Anarchist Book Fair is organized just by women, or queers and trans and, and anarchists and artists. Most of us is artists too. That's curious, no? And we have an amazing poet with us this year who will make us like, wow, it's amazing work with poets, And I think it's really important to talk about the anarchism, anarcho-feminism, in the voice of the book fair, because I think we need to give space nowadays for the women, Black people, indigenous people, and queer people, and artists and disability people, too, they have the voices. And then we organized this year the book fair, really focus in these communities and try to put together these communities, and see what they think, what they need, what is our priorities, and then that we have been focused on the book fair this year.
And was that a conscious decision by the Book Fair Collective last year that this year it would be entirely organized by queer and women and feminists? Yeah, that was
Yes, that now is clear decision for us to give voice for them. I mean, and also for us, I can include myself in this group, queer and immigrants, I'm an immigrant too. It means, yes, was totally intentional, and we are really happy. I mean, our first day, we have just woman or trans woman open the book fair, Our first... can we share the
we can do screen share. We got that all
how you do
ready.
that? Sorry, I'm not really good on that.
It should be on your screen. It should say something on the bottom, screen share, and then you just click that, and then it'll
and then
share what you got.
I click back. Okay, here, share screen. Okay,
let's see what happens.
Hello, let's see it.
I'm not seeing anything popping up yet, but we should have tested that beforehand. But I think, if you do the share screen thing, I should see something coming up over here that I can then share, but I don't see it.
Yeah, share here. Okay. I don't know. Okay, then, that would be a problem if I cannot share the screen.
Now there must be. We should have checked that out beforehand, but yeah, we got live. We can just figure this out live how to share the screen. Another way, if you have another device.
Let me ask my friend how we share the
technical assistance.
How we do that?
I think you just click share screen.
Yeah. And
then wait, share screen. Screen sharing is easy with 2 monitors.
Yeah, I don't think it goes.
Oh, I don't know.
How about share? What is that?
No, that's
another option is if you with a different device click on the link that I sent you and then share this. Then that's another way.
I don't know what he said. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not good.
Oh yeah, if you have a something else to use to click on.
Challenge is for us organize the book fair now by virtual. Can you
the virtual book fair? It's just
everybody's like us. Don't worry, I'm the worst on that.
But it's a fantastic. Let's see what I can do with the screen share on this end, because
Well, I don't know, Adriana.
Let's see.
Wait. Oh, will you allow StreamYard.com to see your screen?
Okay.
Allow.
That's the thing. Yeah. Allow. Yeah, I'm having this the same issue.
What do you want? Entire screen?
No, a little bit. Entire
That'll
screen.
Show
okay.
Entire screen, so it'll show it like that.
Okay. Cool.
There we go.
Yeah. Only thing is.
That'll be fine, right?
Where is this? Oops. Okay. What I can do?
It's okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Allow.
Okay,
ready?
Let's go.
It won't go on the public until I click it. So right now it's ready to go, and then when I say add to the screen, it'll go up. So you can, get it to where you want it to look like before I share it. You know what I mean?
It works.
It's working. Yeah, and I can share it publicly anytime now.
You can share my screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
See, there we are. Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries. This is great. That didn't take long at all.
That book, it was wrote. Did you see this book? Was wrote for Erica Legalize. You see?
Let's see here. Let me just clean this up and get rid of the icon there. Yeah, and of course, this is also going to go out in podcast form, so we can describe what we're looking at too. But but for many people will be viewing this, and others will be listening to it in podcast form later. But tell us about what we're seeing. We're all seeing the screen as the main
like that. Okay,
the main thing.
No, I mean these authors. She will open the book fair, no, and then it's really good because she brought the consideration for the anarchism, like indigenous, and black women, and it's a really important, interesting book. And then that is our opening. And
Right.
After that, we have like Sylvia Frederick, and after that, we have Marisa and others. And Marisa going home for the MAC, for the Metropolitan Anarchism. And then we try, I think with that, we'll try to think about how is the anarchism relate to feminism and anarcho-feminism,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are trying, really brought that also with the indigenous, I mean, how this happen, how this start, how this,
Mm-hmm.
That's
One of
how
the themes is a lot. There's one of the themes I was reading about on the website is the theme of occupying space and holding space, and different people are talking about that, which is, I think, very much an ongoing and growing phenomenon in many different countries, from Argentina recently with a lot of land occupations, and Brazil, and I don't
Brazil,
know.
I'm from Brazil. I mean, we have the landless movement. I mean, they have been occupy the territory for years, maybe more than 20, 30 years. It means now we have they feed the population now with the indigenous population, the poor population. I mean, MST, the landless movement in Brazil, are doing a lot for Brazil. We're doing a lot.
Have you heard about any particular recent developments in the face of Bolsonaro and all the sending in people into indigenous communities in Brazil that's been going on?
What we are doing right now, the Bolsonaro in Brazil, they attack Sônia Guajajara, that's a leader, indigenous woman, activist, and then others. By the way, one of them will be in the book fair, the Jaqueline Guarani Kaiowá. No, they fight for reoccupation of the territory, because the government go with militias in the territory of Guarani Kaiowá, in Mato Grosso do Sul, and then they kill the indigenous, they destroy the lands. Then the indigenous are in the process now of reoccupation the territory that was stolen for them, no?
And you're talking about things that have been just happening in the past year, right? I mean, these are
things that happened like last week. This president attacked the APIB, the Organization of Indigenous, the principal organization of indigenous in Brazil. And then Sônia Guajajara, that is an activist indigenous, he attacked like really bad, and then it's like he tried to kill all the activists, all the indigenous leaders, and it's really complicated and complex, the situation in Brazil. I mean, by the way, in the book fair, we have this. Can you share again?
Yeah.
Okay. We have this application that's from Rafaela Vargas. I mean, she developed that. And this
is the Amazon. This is Amazon Alert we're looking at, basically, here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's how it looks like what they want to do for the agribusiness, no? Mm-hmm. They want to transform Amazon on that. And then this is it's really simple and easy application. No? Everybody can install in the phones. And this application, they show where they are, how they can defend themselves, what the crime. You can see here, encourage an incident, user open to application, create and alert, the time, date, and location automatically happen. The user select the type of event menu, deforestation, fire, land, and option, and then you see how now they try protect that's a fucking thing coming all the time. You see, and then they they try give this application for the indigenous to be in real time to protect themselves and communicate between them. And we want to talk about that also in the book fair.
About how coordination and communication is happening in the movement there in Brazil, in terms of like how people are trying to coordinate resistance against the land invasions that Bolsonaro and his and you say it's complicated
from the indigenous will be crucial, you know, because it's like we are together with other collective that's from American, Canadian indigenous, together with two different groups in Brazil, the Assurini that is in Amazon, and in Guarani Kaiowá in Mato Grosso do Sul. We are together like three groups, plus three collectives, plus this person that created this application for, you know, but it's also beautiful because we compare, you know, how is the indigenous anarchism with the European anarchism, you know. I mean, the person that organized this workshop is incredible. It's Liana, and the collective is amazing. The work they are doing together with the indigenous, you know.
Mm-hmm. And this is also somebody who wrote a book as well. There's a whole bunch of authors.
They have like a collective. I don't know if they wrote a book, but I don't think so. It's like they organize, the activists, they get together for the indigenous, and then I invite them to share the experience and try put together the experience between the indigenous in Canada, the indigenous in the United States with the indigenous in Brazil. Nowadays, I think we need to get together, you know. We need to articulate between us. We need to find a ways to survive and resist. Because I tell you something, this fascism is exhausting.
Fascism, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That you can say that again. And when you say it's complicated in Brazil, I think it's you know, in terms of, and when we're talking about what we're basically talking about fascism here, and fascism is complicated, right? And
by the way, we have an amazing book that comes from Spencer Sunshine about Antifa, and that is an amazing book. I'm really happy that this book is now there. And we all hope, you know, it was a really good. I mean, it's a gift, right. You know. I mean, this book is a gift for us. Yeah,
it's a good book, huh? I haven't read it.
It's a really amazing book coming. Yeah, it's there
about the history of Antifa and its and the history of how the right wing imagines Antifa to be, and the actual reality. I don't know. Must be. There's a lot to write about. That's for sure. That's and there's a lot of parallels going on between Brazil and the United States and India and countries that are undergoing a sort of overt fascist governance that's kind of different in certain ways.
Something different. Let's talk about. I mean, if you can talk more about anarcho feminism, because I'm like, do you know? For some reason, I mean, I think we have many writers and thinkers and philosophers, women that have been doing a lot, and also in anarchism way, but we never consider them like anarchists, you know. But I, for example, I have been reading like Monique Wittig, you know, the philosopher, the French philosopher that I like so much. I mean, when I finished her book Straight Mind, I mean, I get like claustrophobic in my brain, you know. I say, oh my God, the way we think is patriarchal. The architecture you live is patriarchal. Everything you do is patriarchal, you know. How, you know, when you feel like suffocate like that, was like, I mean, I also, you know, we want to bring really the feminism and anarcho-feminism now in the book fair, and I hope we all come with open mind to face that, because I think anarcho-feminism will bring a lot, you know, and then is something we need to, I don't know, what do you think? How is
right? Because I mean, for such a,
Anarcho
it's not
Feminism.
always.
Yes. Huh?
Yeah, it's not always something that is intuitive that feminism and anarchism go hand in hand, but they so obviously do, and yet there is this history, of course, because we come from patriarchal societies, and there's this history of macho anarchism, and the terms like manarchist has been used to describe some people and some attitudes, and certainly it's not a nice clean history where anarchists have always been feminists, but although there's always these things have always been gone hand in hand as well, and of course there's been so many great people who are women anarchist thinkers and organizers and people on the ground throughout the world, but it's this woman I was talking to a couple of weeks ago, who's a professor at the University of Hawaii and is an expert on Emma Goldman, and has a big huge database there at the University of Hawaii of women anarchists who have been in different, who are part of the historical record in some way, sometimes just because of a paragraph written in a newspaper sometime in 1890 or something. But there's been so many that you just never will ever hear about throughout history.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, we want to bring this to the book fair. We want to talk about that. We want to, share and open and go deep on that now, Other thing that we have this year in the book fair is the radical care. I mean, that is amazing. That is about healing. That's about alternative for industry, for the fascist pharmaceutical industry. We have many options. I really ask people, because I think fascism we all sick. I mean, I get really sick since this fascism goes so intense right now. I mean, and then we need healing. We need healing each other. We need care about each other. We need to try to be kind. You need to try to be like more, alternative in relation for our food, for our environment, for our care between us. And then we have an amazing section in the book fair. Again, that would be the second year. Last year was by real. I mean, you go in a room and then you have massage, you have herbs, you drink tea, you have like a healing, energetic healing, like that. And then someone would be like that on you. I mean, all the kind of energy work, that's not the fascist pharmaceutical industry,
People need so much healing in the face of, so there's like, when I'm thinking about just what's been going on in Portland over the past 4 months or so, there's been so much just in terms of how much tear gas people have been breathing. I can't imagine really, actually.
For that, the corporations, the governments, these people is responsible for what's going on right now. Easy. Corporations and governments, all governments, all presidents, all these structure, all this system that we face.
But President Trump and Attorney General William Barr have said that New York City, Portland, and Seattle are anarchist jurisdictions. Your comments.
Our job. I think we have been doing our job. But okay, this is a joke. I mean, of course not. We go here. I mean, by the way, I did an answer for this. Let me see. Yesterday, the journalist, asked about that. And was funny because let's see if I found here was she I don't know if I remember that, but she asked when I say I don't think that's true. I think we have a lot of police here, we have a lot of oppression in New York. I don't think and we don't have nothing to do with the this is pathetic. It's like
actually,
we don't conjugate the same vocabulary words,
Arun Gupta shared a study that of all the reported cases of police violence, the 3 cities that are called anarchist jurisdictions are the 3 cities that have the highest number of reported cases of police violence in the past few months. That's
Exactly.
also interesting.
Oh, I found that. She asked me, what I think about the situation, and then I say to her, I think it could be an easy answer. Jurisdiction is the official power to make legal decision and judgment. Similar, authority, control, domination, rule, administration. These words that no belongs in jurisdiction don't belong to anarchism. It means no, New York City is not our jurisdiction. New York City is our territory. Yes, of course we know. We occupy everywhere. But this opposite. New York is heavily surveillance and control and city. No? And then with enormous unnecessary police force who takes resources away from communities' heavy development. I mean, that was the answer we did for this woman, no?
Yeah.
It's pathetic. It's just pathetic, Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have billionaires and then other people barely able to pay the rent or living in the streets in any kind of anarchist jurisdiction.
Yeah, and I would like to talk a little bit also, if it's possible, about the Anarcho Art Lab. I mean,
Yes, what's this? What?
Anarcho Art Lab is our laboratory,
the art lab, because there's a lot of music and art and cinema
that
associated with the book fair.
By the way, we cannot wait to see you there Sunday.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, can I share again? I want to show some. Let's see if I found out. Yeah, I want to show something. This we did together with Global Revolution. Can you see this video?
Yeah, if you do a full screen thing on your computer, we can see it better.
It's a guerrilla art, no? That we did together. I mean, what you do, you see inside here, we are inside the Judson doing a performance, and then they are project that in the museum and say that we are now under this regime of art system. We are totally out of this art system, no? And then that was one. And then we did the other one that you see, this is inside the Judson. That's a group called our friends from Estonia called Non-Grata. No? And then it's like this year was really amazing, the book fair and the Anarcho Art Lab. We have paintings, and we have paintings, we have musicians, we have performer artists, we have activists, we have many different. We are now more than 57 artists, this group, from around the world. What do you think is a kind of really interesting, because can you hear well?
We can. I mean, we could actually watch and listen to an entire.
Are you okay?
Can you hear me,
David?
Yeah. Can you hear me? No worries. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
I cannot hear you. Oh, okay.
Okay. You turned down your volume there. That's right. Yeah, we could.
Sorry, I know. Like, let's see how I do this.
Let's see. What are we doing here? We got. There's some kind of volume on your computer coming through, probably from the video. If you just stop the playing of the video, it'll probably help.
I see it. No, I want that you see the video a little bit. Look.
Oh, okay. We can watch the whole thing, though. We can watch we can just full screen the video. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But it's sounding really weird, though.
Yeah, it's like.
It's not. The sound isn't coming through the way it's supposed to. Why don't you turn the sound off? Turn the sound off. It's not working. Yeah, I mean, you had turned the volume down earlier, and then now I don't know what it's doing with the sound, but we could take both of us out of the screen and just full screen the video and watch the video. But if the sound is just not working, then that's no good. I don't know what's going on with the sound, but we could watch it without sound, but that's whatever you think. It's if there's no sound, then it might not be so interesting to the people listening as a podcast, but that's okay.
Okay.
So
okay.
Now we got sound again.
Yeah, the sound. Sorry, I'm a little. Oops.
Oh, is that just? Oh, that's not sirens outside your window. That's from your computer, right? Because I'm so used to hearing sirens. The sirens are I hear a lot more sirens since the pandemic and the protests. Sirens and helicopters are much more common sounds than they used to be, at least here in Portland.
I think these make our psychology and conscience really bad for us. That's really oppressive situation. Yeah, but then talk about the Anarcho Art Lab. I mean, we are a bunch of artists now, more than 57, share for around the world. People from Brazil, people from Japan, people from Estonia, people from Cuba, from Colombia, from many parts of and then we get together and we have a concept, and then we all improvise on the top of the other work, and then is a chaotic, beautiful experience. I mean, I really love Anarcho Art Lab. And then now Anarcho Art Lab start to be like how I say, now Anarcho Art Lab start to be like in the streets. And then we have been doing a kind of let me see if I found, we have been doing a kind of performance on the street. We just did for the climate change now, and it was amazing. I mean, we have a tree, and then we say that the tree comes from the Amazon in fire, and then we work from Brooklyn to Manhattan to Times Square, hug these trees, and say this is what the trees from Amazon look like, and there is a tree burning. But I think now it's in California, it's Amazon, it's everywhere. I mean, that was our last performance. I think also this performance, we have the pictures in the book fair art part. You'll be there, like all this performance and film, you'll be there showing the Anarcho Art Lab on the streets now. I think what makes sense for me now, do art on the street is so like real, you see, no, that's a real art we're doing now, performance on the street, and then the whole parcours from Brooklyn to Times Square, carry this heavy tree and everything, was a really amazing experience. And we have a lot of fun, what is important,
And do you guys find ways to collaborate internationally, even if you can't actually be together physically with the Anarcho Art Lab?
That's the reason this year we don't have the real thing, because we just can collaborate together, like no virtually. Virtually is really hard for us. Like you play music virtually, it's not the same.
It's not the same at all. What's it been like organizing the whole book fair as a virtual event, though?
It's a huge challenge. It's a really huge challenge. We are like 6 people, 7 people, and then we have been working like day night for the whole week. I just slept 1 hour between yesterday and today. Yeah.
The website looks really good. So people should check out the website.
And also the website is made for an amazing anarcho feminist too. It's me. We are really, it's really talented people here. That they're web design, they are poets, they are writers, they are performance artists, they are musicians. It's really good. Filmmakers, it's a really group. It's a artist. Everybody's artists. They organize. That's interesting.
And talk about that, would you? Why are so many people artists, and why is art a particular way to express things in terms of an anarchist book fair? I mean, what this is. It's not all Kropotkin, huh?
What I think is, I think art deal more with unconscious. It means we liberate our unconscious for, that can go straight for the point. You know what I mean? I think art people deal with that in a really undomesticated way, and that's we like so much artists, and we think that's a kind of nice way to do films, to organize the book fair, or do performance on the streets. Or, art is so important for anarchism, I guess. I'm sure. For me, at least, yeah.
Have you been out and about in the streets? Or you got much of an impression of what is happening in the streets in New York these days in recent months? I mean, I know that's not necessarily directly related to the Anarchist Book Fair coming up this weekend, but you're in New York, and I don't know if you have any
can I show some pictures for you?
Yeah.
Can you share again?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you here something. Let's see. Did you see? Can you see these all pictures? Let's see.
If you
Can you see
full
that?
screen it. What's that?
Okay, I wanna show screen. You see these? Can you see that?
There you go. Yeah. Now it's big.
That was the protest that we were that in Times Square. This was this Sunday. Okay, this is we from Amazonia with the tree. Do you see the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a performance.
Right.
There.
Looks like you blocked the street there.
Yeah. And then we start to, sorry, this is not the same. And then we...
Are the police...
You see that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That we occupy the street now doing performance. Like, we want to do that 24 hours now. It's amazing. I mean, it's delicious. You go on the street, you say what you think, you bring art, you protest. It is incredible. Art this way, I think, touch much more, the heart than, some
public in the public.
style.
And are police attacking people for doing such things in the streets in New York?
I mean, yes, of course. They attack us all the time. Police attack us all the time.
Is that how that protest ended that we were just looking at?
I mean, they call us like stumblers, undomesticated artists, rebels. I mean, anarchy. That's a chaotic. They say this for us. I just here to write corporations, in the floor. That was the people responsible for the crimes in Amazon, And then it's like where do we have more? Yeah, maybe here. Here. Do you see here? Here's all the part of the performance. You see? She put the blood here, and then we here. Then you see we left the streets like that. Like we brought the blood for the indigenous that are killing right now in Brazil, in Amazonia. We bring a bag with this blood, and then the fire on the trees that they are destroying right now. And then we did this performance just last Sunday. While you are preparing the book fair.
Well, you got to get out of the apartment and do something else.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
And the fires, have you heard about what's the latest on the fires in South America, Brazil? Are there fires going on right now in Brazil? There's a lot of fire.
Take all the Amazonia right now. The fire is a criminal fire. It's totally different for here. It's like they are proposing.
They're being set. These are being set.
Exactly.
But it's really, really on a huge level. These fires that are being set, and they're setting fires to destroy indigenous land in order to expand farming and logging operations.
Agrobusiness, they want the agrobusiness now. They're together. I mean, Trump is really supporter of Bolsonaro. They are totally fascist together. But let's talk
And they
about the
both
book
have a
fair.
base of support.
We need. I mean, we need to talk about the concept of this year. The book fair is parallel world, create autonomous communities.
Yeah.
It means the idea here is how we can, put ourselves together and we start to articulate between ourselves. I think
What is meant by parallel communities? What's that term mean?
Look at that. I live here in Brooklyn, okay, in Bed-Stuy. I mean, I have between the black community I live and between Jewish community, no? The Jewish people, they have all the reality. They have their own money, their own business, their own bank, their own thing. And the black community too. I mean, they have their own money, their own bank. They try get strong. Like, do you know?
There in New York.
Exactly. I mean, then I think we need to start to do that. We anarchists, we need to start to create a kind of parallel world where we start to build the world that we want, included to give for some like young people like a reference, like.
And anarchists have been doing that all over the world for a long time.
In the world, maybe you have other alternatives, you have other possibilities that not fascism,
And people from different communities will be talking about that too. Like, I think there are people from Exarchia in Greece who are part of the weekend talking about that.
Tassos Sagris is easy in our, and he will talk about Greece right now. He's amazing. He's really activist, anarchist in Greece. He is amazing. Yeah, he will be in the book fair. He'll be in the book fair. I think Saturday he talk in the book fair.
Do you want to talk about some of these different communities and what they're doing? I mean, in Greece, in Exarchia, there was a one building squatted specifically for the purpose of housing refugees, and hundreds of families of refugees living in this squatted building. I love that.
I think Tassos has been working a lot with the refugees in Greece, and then he will share with us his experience in Greece. That I cannot wait to hear him and be part of the workshops. I tell you, for me, we will stay from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. To do that, because we really love and we really care, and we are doing this with a lot of love.
And will there will be people from different parts of South America talking about land occupations that are going on there? And I know there's a big increase in that kind of activity lately in Argentina. Is anybody talking from Argentina?
Yes, we have people from Argentina too. Thank you for putting all this thing. I'm really a little now. So much.
Oh man, I slept more than 1 hour, so.
Oh my God, fascism is exhausting.
It's exhausting, yeah.
It's exhausting, fascism, David. Oh my God.
It is.
Do you imagine we live this in reality now in 2020? It's crazy. But
they're going around with guns. I mean, nowadays, and there are actual fascists driving around in pickup trucks with American flags, armed, and there's a housing occupation going on. There's people that are trying to resist their house being taken from them in North Portland, and white supremacists have been driving by with loaded weapons and doing the white power sign right in front of them in this black community in North Portland. It's really quite something. It's a new level of, I guess you could call discourse. It's really, things are more out in the open.
It's brutal. It's unacceptable. It's brutal. This is fascism in our face, It's
and
brutal.
In New York City, are there white supremacists openly doing things in New York City?
Everywhere. Where not? Maybe you ask me where the white supremacy is not, because they are everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, now, depending on, of course. But in terms of like the Patriot Prayer or the Proud Boys or these really blatantly, openly fascist groups. I mean, I guess Trump supporters can be openly in public. So there you go. That's basically fascism right there.
I wanna. Can you talk now about our poster a little bit? I don't know if I
Yeah,
find the poster.
posters. We got a lot of poster artists, which is so important. You can have such an impact with a one
Yeah.
poster.
Poster is really like problem is I'm not really much organized. Like
With the
I'm
computer.
organized
Need
for
a.
but I'm not like if you see my computer is like a chaos total.
I see you have like 20 different tabs open. Yeah, one PowerPoint presentation could be better, but yeah, I
Oh,
know.
that's true. I tried. Thank you for remember. I forget that. I tried my best.
Next
No,
time.
I tried. No, I tried. Let's see a PowerPoint here. Look, I put the poster here. Can
Ah, good.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I found that. I think he's a little confused. We are together. Just a second. Look. Sorry. No, that's okay. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if I'd be able for that. But I want to
It's
talk about the
somewhere.
poster. The poster,
Yeah.
in reality, our poster this year, I mean you can see, no, but this poster is just receiving in your hands because all they come from photographies and all the Black Lives Matters that happen. I mean, we are in all the protests and everything, and then we photograph. We photograph also the city hall occupation. We photograph the streets. We photograph Brooklyn Bridge. We photograph everywhere, every people, and then with this image, we create this year the Anarchist Book Fair poster.
Mm.
And I like
Oh,
that
nice.
because it comes from real people, from real scenario. But we put in an effect and then looks like a drawing, but this in reality comes from photographies.
And
I
are
wish I
there
can
many
show the
physical
poster
copies
here.
of the poster?
Huh?
Are you getting physical copies of the poster up around New York?
I mean, not now. When you have money, no, I don't think we have
Yeah.
money now. I mean, but as soon as we have money, we will try our better. No? I think I found. Look, let's go. Oh,
Mm.
you see?
Here we are.
That's the poster now. Look,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
It's
the poster. You
beautiful.
see here? This is an indigenous from Brazil.
Mm.
This is ICE protest. You see, abolish ICE.
Mm.
This is people growing food in New York. I mean, in reality, when all the coronavirus come, many people start to plant food in the rooftops and started to plant in community gardens and things like that. No?
Mm.
And then, like, where else here? Here is the prisoners. Many people escaped from the prisons in Brazil. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
And here is the library that in City Hall we create. When you occupy City Hall, we have a little library there. And here is the library and the guy that was responsible for the library.
Mm.
Here is Black Lives Matter. People organize themselves on the street. Here's the Brooklyn Bridge, you see?
Mm.
Yeah, and then also this poster was created like a collective creation. Many people, how you say, I don't know how the image is gone. Okay, we can finish that.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just want to show you the poster.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really happy with this poster because it was made by 5 people, 5 hands, and I like that. I like
Mm.
when we get together and create things together. I mean, like in collective, I love that. Do poster or it's the first poster that is a collective creation.
Mhm. But
Uh,
there's many other collectives within the Anarcho Art Lab, people doing different things in different countries that are going to be presenting during the weekend about what they're doing.
Yeah, we have a girl that she's from Brazil. She's doing an amazing performance. Joseph from here, and then we have Non-Grata from Estonia, and then we have a Korean art.
We got a little buffering going on here. You froze. Come back. Well, you are listening to, you're tuned to Fifth Estate Live, which comes to you every Tuesday generally. Here we go. Are you back? We lost you. We lost you
Oops.
for a little bit there.
I think he's
but
almost
you're back
back.
now. Now you're back.
Not
yeah.
sure. Are you
Now
back?
you're back. Yeah, you're back. You're back. Yep. Can you hear me okay? We might be having connectivity issues still. I don't know. Can you hear me there in New York? What's on the screen here? No, nothing. We're having some kind of issue here. Hey, you. Well, I don't know. We'll try to get him back there. But you are tuned to Fifth Estate Live, which comes to you every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. in Belfast, 7 p.m. in Copenhagen, and the middle of the night in East Asia, Australia. And I wasn't around last week because of the smoke situation. I was away, but now we're back. And let's see.
I'm back.
Back. All right.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know what happened, but
We
now it's working.
resist. Yeah.
Technology.
Yes, technology.
See,
We resist.
we all need new computers, I think. I know I do.
But we keep going. No, nothing
keep
stop
going.
us. Nothing
No.
stop us. No, we don't
No.
stop.
Can't let that get in the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah, I mean, and how is you like to dance?
I don't, but I'm glad other people do.
Why you don't like to dance?
No, I've just I was
Oh, I
raised by
brought
classical musicians.
You're the other side of the thing, huh?
I was, yeah.
You play the music to it to dance. That's
nobody on either side of my family ever learned how to move their hips. That was definitely not part of the repressed Euro-American tradition. Square dancing, a little bit of square dancing as a kid.
Yeah, no, because I will post some kind of nice Brazilian dance to dance now, because other thing is like about body language, and then it's like we have been dancing since this everything happened, or this virus, this situation. I don't know. I just feel dancing. How about you?
It's important. I think it's important. People moving and doing, but people are finding ways to present, do dancing presentations on virtual and online for the weekend.
No. What I try to say is the day that this virus started, all the old stopped, and I think, oh my God, this is a general strike, and then I just dance. It was a kind of illusion, but we live like that.
Oh, it's amazing. I had no idea that all these governments would be actually taking such drastic measures. I figured they just let everybody die rather than actually shut down capitalism. But apparently they are thinking a little bit in advance, more than I thought they were.
Yeah, but I think the nature is more strong with everything, and what need to happen will happen. I don't know. But yes. We are here working 24 hours for this book fair, just to let you all know. Yeah, it's a hard work, but it's a really big challenge. I mean, we all need to be patient. We try work with Gypsy, with some really security ones, and Zoom others, because we also can shoot down easy, And then we try doing safe stuff here, we try our best. I mean, but we have all the intentions, do the book fair via a safe space, I hope, But I think it's more safe. We get together, we talk, we share our thoughts, we share our feelings, our, emotions, our sickness, our troubles. I think we have this healing that's so beautiful. I'm so, gratitude with this healing sectional, and also the film festival. The film festival is about Americas, And then we have really interesting films that coming and be parallel. And one side of the website you see. By the way, the new website is already there. We just posted like today, 4 a.m. I mean, it's a kind.
Oh, is
You
that the
start to
one?
see
It's a great
yeah, you
website.
start to see the schedule. You try to see the workshops, and then you see the films. You see the poetry. Dave, we have a poetry section. This is so special. No,
So
poet
the
section
best.
is
Mhm,
amazing. We're so happy with this poet section. You don't imagine. It's
mhm.
incredible. It's cool. You have poet section now.
So with book fairs, one of the things that people like the best about a book fair is getting to see all their friends and meet
Yeah,
other people.
yeah.
Is there any efforts been made to try to have some kind of interactive? How interactive will things be generally? I mean, it probably varies depending on which event. But is there any chance for people to sort of to artificially, virtually create a little bit of that atmosphere, or that hasn't been? That's
That's a
you're just
really
working
good
on the
question.
presentation.
Wow, that's a really good question. That's
It's
amazing.
tough.
I mean, I think the more one that you try this interaction is with the healing center, the
Hmm.
radical care, It's like, sorry, not healing center, that's my one project. I mean, the radical care, that is the more you feel by energy, For example, when somebody give you healing like that, I, for example, right now feel my hands in fire, I mean, I treat myself with that. I do like
Mm.
for all the time. It means it's like a kind of alternative medicine, I mean, my meditation, acupuncture, herbs, teas, plants, all the pharmacy, all the reality of pharmacy, Yeah, I think this will be the more close that will be each other, like when you care about each other, when you take care with each other. I think this will be the moment that will be more like close, but also with our ideas. I don't know. When you are listen tasks, I mean, it's like amazing. Or listen Sylvia, or listen Erica, or Marisa, or or many people that will be there. Okay, I think
Yeah.
I want to hear more about you and your show on Sunday
Yeah,
now.
you'll hear more about that on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
been great
know I
talking
want
to you.
to
I
hear
think.
you there, but I want to
Yeah.
you have some ideas what you want to do, or how looks like your day, like Sunday in the book fair.
Oh, well, I mean, I just wrote a song called Anarchist Jurisdiction, and so I'll probably open with that one, but I'll be
Can
doing
you
lots
play
of
a little
songs
bit
about
for us?
Portland.
Just like, can you play a little bit for us now? A little
Oh,
bit.
at the moment, no, I'm not set up for playing anything. No, but
Is a
people can
sing?
tune in.
You sing something?
Yeah, I'll be singing and playing
Can you
music. Yeah.
say some words from the music?
Oh no, no, I don't
The
remember how the song
surprise.
goes. I'm not
Everything is
set
a
up for it.
surprise.
People
Okay.
who are watching this have heard me sing before, anyway.
Okay,
But
okay, but
yeah,
look at
it's
that,
okay.
look at that. I like the surprise, and then it's like
Yeah.
many surprise in the book fair for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a good book fair. And thanks so much for talking about it. Everybody should go check out anarchistbookfair.org, right? Was that no, .net. Wait, where you see us on the bottom of the
Oh,
screen
that's
here.
our last T-shirt.
Anarchist. Oh, excellent.
That's Bert.
Excellent. This weekend from the September 24th to the 27th, anarchistbookfair.net. Check it out. And yeah, excellent. Thanks so much for joining me
Okay, thank you
for the
guys, my
hour.
heart. Thank you for everything. Take
See
care.
you
See you.
again.
Yeah, bye bye.
Take care.
Take care.
And this has been another episode of Fifth Estate Live, and it's been live, so apologies for any technical issues, but that's how it goes on the internet with live events with two people that both need new computers. And the Anarchist Book Fair, New York City Anarchist Book Fair, as we've said a few times over the past hour, is going to be this weekend from the 24th to the 27th of September online at anarchistbookfair.net there. And the summer issue of the Fifth Estate is hot off the presses as of a couple weeks ago. Go to fifthestate.org to pick up, to subscribe to the physical magazine, which includes an article by me on rent strikes and a fantastic cover by Seth Tabachman and lots of other stuff. And I'll be talking tomorrow on discussions with David, with Russ Chandler, who wrote a wonderful piece about the Peekskill riots in upstate New York in about 70-something years ago. We'll be talking about that. And this weekend, Saturday, I'm at Big Red Studio doing a recording, solo acoustic recording, and I'll be live streaming it all day on my own Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And then Sunday, I'll be participating in the New York City Anarchist Book Fair and playing it at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then again all weekend, anarchistbookfair.net. Lots of stuff going on. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember, don't pay the rent. Bye for now.